everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 141, and last episode we built up this awesome guardhouse barracks something or another down here for the dock area. We needed some sort of governmental force down here, so we got our royal purple colors up there kind of showing off that it's some royal place in here. And I am a big fan of how this guy turned out. If you guys enjoyed this one, be sure to let me know down in the comments if you guys enjoyed the style of it, because we're going to be expanding on this style a little bit more today. Today's episode is going to be focused around building up this guy right here, which I am going to be calling a confiscated goods warehouse, or goods that are waiting to be let off of the docks. I'm blanking on what the term is right now, but they're basically sitting and waiting until they can be released to whoever imported them. Consignment? No, not consignment. That's reselling things. Regardless, that's what we are going to be working on today. Earlier this week, or last week, I think it was, now that when you guys will be seeing this video, Dinnerbone actually put out a tweet saying that in Minecraft 1.14, there's going to be 40 new blocks added, which is basically a combination of slabs and stairs and things like that that'll be added throughout the game. The one that's been announced has been polished stone, basically this block, in a stair. So you guys will have to let me know, what do you guys think will be added for one, and two, what are you looking forward to the most? Like, which one on that list are you guys looking forward to? He didn't release the full list, so I guess if you could add anything as a slab or a stair, what would it be? Personally, I hope that they add more cobblestone wall variants. I know that they, basically that wall size right there, I know they talked about adding in I know they leaked, or not leaked, but they had pictures of it within Minecon Earth. At the desert villages, they had sandstone walls, and I would love to see more things with that wall size. I think that's such a great size to be able to detail with, because fences for me are a little too skinny. But yeah, that's something I'm really excited about where it's going to be moving forward. Honestly, if they could just give us fences or log blocks that are with that size, but like with a wood log texture on it, that would be perfect for me, because then custom trees would be so fun. Anyways though, next topic, more of an announcement for you guys, is that later this week, I think starting tomorrow, I'm actually going to be able to have some opportunities to stream for a little bit. So if you guys don't know, I have an account over on Twitch, twitch.tv/fWhipTV. And if you guys want to be watching me go live, we're going to be working on the city here quite a bit, just doing a various amount of things kind of throughout the whole area. It'll be pretty fun. I think the first project we'll be working on is finishing up those walls over there, stretching all the way out to the river. Second projects, if we get to those, is probably going to be terraforming and detailing out that lower area. We got to dig out the canal over there. We got a lot of stuff to do. So if you guys want to come in and just kind of chill and hang out in the stream, those are going to be late afternoons Pacific time. Not super sure locked in on it yet, but make sure you guys go check out either the Discord channel, follow me on Twitter, or I will be posting some videos here for when we actually do go live. So yeah, be sure to check that stuff out if you guys are interested. Anyways, let's get into the build for today. So what we're going to be working on here is actually going to be a big ol' warehouse, like I was just talking about. And we want to make it so basically we have the first floor right here. We're going to have these big ol' massive doorways right like this, kind of basically coming across probably to right there is what I'm thinking. We'll do like that so we can get some angled doorways in here. And then we can have this guy kind of jutting out to right there. And then this stuff's basically coming all the way down to here, and we can bring all that stuff up there. So we got these big old warehouse door entrances, and I think that's going to be super cool. We're going to basically take that same type of roof style we did there, throw that on this guy, because this is supposed to be some like royal guard type thing where they're holding in the structure. I'll tell you what though, guys, let me go to get a base floor in here so we're not working on air here, so we can have a little bit area to fall down to and be totally okay. And let me go ahead and get the base shape for these walls in, and I'll be back with you guys and we can start working on some next details. Alright guys, welcome on back. So I'm standing very precariously up on top of this little iron bar right here, and somehow I got the balance on one foot there. But yeah, so we got a few things to show off here, and there is my face, and we can go ahead and jump on down here. As you guys can see, I'm working on putting these little pointy bits on the edge of here, just trying to give it like a little bit of a gothic tone, because this is supposed to be again like another governmental police royal guardy type building. I know it's supposed to be like the goods that are being held until they're released type things, right? So we got those kind of on there so it relates into this building. And then right here we got some nice little archways that go inside, and then in here I decided to go with like a spruce wood floor, mixing a little bit of gravel to kind of mix it going across that way, and I really like it so far. Do I have any more? I have some more gravel on me, so I was thinking about maybe we can go ahead and do a little one right there, do some of these guys, just mixing this up just a little bit so it looks a little bit better. And do we got some slabs? We do. Perfect. All right, so we got that stuff all going in here. I've kind of decided where I want the next floor to start. It's going to be at that point, then it's going to go up to the top. I did have an idea to help break up this big old flat side. Instead of just coming out here and doing some things like that, which we can normally do, we will probably get some of those in here as well. But I was thinking we could go ahead, bring these guys in, and then in between them have some sort of a lift. So we can have some sort of a lift that would take things up to the top. So if we go ahead and jump up here, we can go ahead all the way up to the tippy top of this guy. And at this point, I was thinking we could go ahead and start opening up like a big old barn door area that can kind of come down through here. So our floor is going to be probably at this level. So we maybe go ahead and bring this guy all down one more, something like this. And right there, we can start with putting an archway on that. That's a 3x4. Perfect. That'll be just great. So I was thinking we could do that. Then we can have like a lift coming out this way, kind of stretching out over the roadway a little bit. Maybe we actually go ahead and build up this side of the building here too, so it can look like it's connected all the way across. That'll create another lovely archway, and maybe we do like a cart or something is being lifted. I thought that'd be really fun to add in. But first, we're going to focus up on finishing this guy. I got to go ahead and finish getting these walls in place. Then I'll do a little bit of work getting our second floor in here. I think we're just going to go with some more spruce wood to help kind of fill it all in. So I'll tell you what, guys, let me go ahead and get a little bit more work done on this guy. I can bring you guys back in after the fact and we can take a look at it and then do some more stuff. So I'll be back as soon as I can. So I was working on gathering up a bunch of oak wood because I want to do oak wood stripped logs up here. And then I had a great idea and I want to see if it works out here with you guys. So basically we have stripped spruce, we got stripped oak, we got stripped acacia, and right over there around the corner, you can kind of see it right there, we got stripped birch. And that means we only have 2 wood types that we don't have some form of stripped in here so far. And because that's the brand new block, I figured we would force that in here. Stripped dark oak we have used in a few different places, kind of dotted along the sides. So I figured, why not? Let's go ahead and grab some jungle logs. So I was thinking we could do some jungle logs in here. Look at that nice strip texture they have. I actually really like that one. I love the texture it has on it because it looks very, very rough. I think that'll go very well with the area we're going here. I only have this much on me though. That's all I have to my name. So we're going to be focusing up on gathering up the front bits here. So basically I was thinking like this, and then we'll kind of bring these guys out to here. And then I'm thinking we'll probably do our window bit right there because again, this build is very highly based on windows. We want to have plenty windows in here. So that we can do plenty bits of detail as we go. That needs to be a full glass block. That cannot be a regular glass block. Let's see here. This could actually work out as being a double window if we wanted it to. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a double window. We do need to go ahead and replace that guy right there. But basically, we're going to go ahead and bring these guys all the way up one more across the side. And that should be pretty good. And we can go ahead and fill this in all the way across the back here. But for now, we can go ahead and take a look at this guy. So if we jump out here, it's going to look very rough. Let me go ahead and grab a full glass block so we can use that guy real fast. And that should be in the chest right here. All right, we're good to go. Coming back up here, though, we can go ahead and throw that in because it looks a little weird without that completed window. Also, this area in here, I did do a little bit of detail on. We got some stripped spruce logs going across the top. Some spruce beams right here holding everything up. Sorry for a little bit of background noise going on. And then we just got spruce floor in here because I figured it is a warehouse. That's the word for it. So we want to go ahead and make it look kind of dark and dreary and not super bright and colorful. So I didn't do our typical oak wood for the second floor to kind of brighten the space up. So we want to leave this pretty dark. But yeah, something like that I thought would be pretty cool. I'm thinking we're going to go ahead with doing the same type of trim that we did along the other side. Obviously, this right here is going to be just logs all the way across because there's no point in doing any type of detail bit to it because of course it's kind of not really going to show it all. So we can go ahead and do that. And I want to go ahead and basically take the dark oak like we're doing right there. So we do a row of stairs and a row of stairs, and then we start kind of bringing that purple magenta-y purple terracotta stuff up here all the way across the top. And then we're going to do a little bit of extra detail bits to kind of give it some more ventilation for this area because we don't know what they'd be storing in here. It could be livestock. It could be something like that. So we do want to give them some space to kind of have some air to move out the top. So I'll tell you guys what. Let me go ahead and get this roof on. I'll get all that purple terracotta stuff in place, and I'll get that beam across the side as well as the jungle logs across the back, and I'll be back with you guys. And this guy right here is looking pretty sufficiently massive. I think I want to go ahead and smooth these lines out a little bit. We do have a little bit more purple terracotta on us, and I want to show you guys a little bit of a tactic you can do here to actually help smooth these lines out. So if you actually go literally and just push them in like that, so it's not just a hard 2x2 line going across the entire time, it'll actually give the illusion of it being more smooth, especially on building on angles. This is one of the best things you guys can do to actually really help out your builds here, is by setting them up so there's more than just like, there's not just these consistent hard lines going across it. So if you guys are trying out angles yourselves in your own worlds, be sure to test this out, and we can go ahead and do 2 of these rows right here. And then we can jump back and take a look, and you guys should see here that it looks a little bit better. Yeah, so you can see the angle a lot better there, and we can also see the freaking sun is going down. Dang it, guys, I always freaking start recording when the sun's up, or when the sun's going down, not when it's up. It's never up for me. And the top of that, guys, very dark in here. Let's go and make sure there's no mobs in here. We can run up to the top. Let's get our sword out just in case, and we're good to go. Let's go ahead and just light this guy up here a little bit. Save ourselves a little bit there. We can go ahead and jump on top, grab our rocket. Sorry if there's cars going by in the background, and we are way up in the sky, and look at our city going here, and my upstairs neighbor is walking around. Perfect, even better. And let's see here, what do we want to do? Well, first we probably want to sleep. Perfect. We can get our little nap in here, and then we can come back and do some more stuff, get some more building done. And what I want to be working on this here with you guys is we're actually going to be working on those top little sections that's going to be providing that airflow for our general vicinity right here. So you guys will be able to see that I did go ahead and bring in some iron bars across the top here, just kind of help bring in some lines and some extra detail bits and things like that. And I thought it was going to be a good idea. So what we're going to start with here, though, is we're bringing these guys all the way up to this point. I think that's going to be a good place right there. And then we're just basically going to be adding some caps onto the sides. But before we do that, I want to actually go ahead, grab our spruce stair action right here, jump up from the bottom, do an upside down stair kind of to give it some space. And then we're doing every other little one like that, just again to give it some extra space and just kind of making those extra little bits of details. So right here, we're going to be doing at the bottom of this guy, that would be a upside down stair, but because we don't really have room to do one, we'll go ahead and just kind of start like that. See, we have this gap right here, and if we break that, that's one too high. If we break that guy, you can now get that ventilation moving up through here. This is a really common thing that you see in like barns and things like that going throughout whatever ages you're looking at. Even present day, there needs to be some way for the gases, let's go with, that animals leave behind, to put it bluntly or nicely. We got to have some way for them to kind of get that material out of there, otherwise it can actually cause a lot of problems for the rest of the animals. So we want to go ahead and give some sort of ventilation, especially if there's like some stinky cargo that's being stuck in here on hold or whatever while they're kind of clearing up all this stuff. We got to have some room for that as well. So we want to go ahead and make this little top bit right here. We can go ahead and do this, grab our dark oak planks right here, bring those guys up, and again do some stairs, bringing this up again to being one little bit higher. And then we can do our last little dark oak guys right there, and bam, and iron bars up to the top. And that should be good. And there's one more thing I want to do here at the bottom to help blend this guy in a little bit more. I'm thinking I want to go ahead and do these little guys around the base. Just kind of, one, help widen it out so it's not a totally straight, flat line in here. And also it provides a little bit of extra depth for how far the stuff is sticking out and kind of helps it blend a little bit farther. I'll tell you guys what though, let me go ahead, get a little bit more work done on these guys, as well as fix up the roof on this side because we didn't do that. And then I will be back with you guys with another update. I'll get that other one in as well. And for our finished product regarding those guys at the top, as the sun is going down per usual, I think we're pretty good to show those guys are pretty much done there. I decided that we needed to go ahead and get some stripped dark oak in there, so I tried that out, and now we got a fountain of dark chocolate flowing down into our dark chocolate bars down there at the bottom. But actually, I like that a lot with the stripped. It kind of brightens it up, and it was a little too dark from before, but I think that's a really good look, especially from back here. I think it breaks up the roof just enough, and using those dark, the dark oak trapdoors down at the bottom to kind of break it up and merge it into the building itself, I think it's doing really solid for us. I'll tell you what though, guys, we actually do have a lot of work still left to do, and I need to do a little bit of planning as far as what I want to be seeing the rest of this guy looking like, because we got this whole open space in here. I don't think we're going to be tackling the interior today. Doing the interior in last episode was really fun, but oh man, that took a lot of time. I'll tell you guys what though, let me go ahead and get some texture variation in around this guy, get a little bit more planning around what I want to be doing on this face, and we'll focus on the crane, whatever we want to call it, over here next. I don't think I want to connect it into this. I don't think I want to do that. So we'll figure out some way where we can do it just off of this guy. So I'll be back with you once I have a little bit of a plan. All right, everybody, welcome on back. So all the texture variation is in on these guys, and it's looking pretty freaking awesome. I'm really, really happy with this. This big door right here is what we're going to be tackling next. The texture variation is everywhere, even along the whole backside here. I've not thrown windows in on that yet because I don't know quite what this is going to be looking like. My plan was to have another building kind of stretching out right here, seeing as this is kind of the main street. So we want to have all of our buildings along that. So I didn't really want to detail that up, especially if we're just going to cover them all up later. That being said, though, we can actually start going ahead and oh, perfect. This is at the correct height to pillar up here. So I'm thinking that we're going to go ahead and take bam, 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 bring these guys out, and I wanted to see what it would look like if we do some blocks of iron on the end here. So you guys probably know that we have turned our iron into a dark iron texture, so that's where we're getting that dark iron block from. All of our iron has changed over to that. If you guys see it throughout the series and had questions on it, that is one of the few texture pack changes I've done. You can get a download link for that in the description if you guys want to take that yourselves, but I like that that's there. And we didn't actually add any colors into Minecraft. We literally just took what is existing on the cauldron itself already, and like the minecart and all that stuff, which was that dark iron color, without actually being able to get that color from anywhere. I don't know. So we went ahead and created it on top of everything because I kind of like the dark iron more. So we have these two support beams right here, kind of helping this guy in here. Then I was thinking we could go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, and then we'll need to bring this all down one. And we do 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then that is totally fine on these guys right here. And then we're going to be making our tray right here out of these trapdoors. Let's see if we can actually go ahead and, yeah, perfect. We got that one in there somehow. Missed up one. Can we cut? Yep, got it. Cool. Oh man, that's hard to click. So I was thinking we could go ahead and do some ones going like this all the way across here. And then in the middle, we'd have them going the opposite way. So they're kind of connecting everything up there together. Hey, look at that sun coming up right there over the edge. That is looking fine and dandy. So right here, we can go ahead and jump up on this block, bring these guys all the way across here. And this is basically going to be creating our cart, or not our cart, our holding thingy to have everything on top of. Yep, that's a great word for it, our holding thingy. But yeah, that allows us to have some sort of a lift kind of out there. I know it's not super detailed compared to what the rest of it is, but I felt like it was a cool thing that we could go ahead and do, add that stuff in there. But I'll tell you guys what though, we've been working on this guy for quite a while now. So I think I'm gonna go ahead, get that stuff detailed out, get a few get the door on there. We'll probably go ahead and bring in some of our oak trapdoors, just to get a little bit of color variation between the two. So we can go ahead and bring in some of these guys if we have any more lying around here. I thought I had like a stack of them somewhere. I don't know. I'll go ahead and make some more of those guys, get some of that stuff built up on there, get a door on there, get a few crates on it, all that good stuff. And then I will be back with you guys and we can close this video out here. So I'll be back in just a few. All right, everybody, welcome on back. So I went ahead and did a little bit of detail work outside here, just throwing in a few crates and chests and crafting tables and things like that all over the place. I'm trying to think of some new designs we can go ahead and add in for different things like that. I do have one thing I really want to work on moving forwards, and that is going ahead and figuring out how we can go ahead and break up this gray, because we got gray, 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 and gray. It's too much gray for me. I need to figure out how we can get some more colors in here, but other than that, all we have brown, brown, dark brown, dark brown, light brownish, yellowish, orangish something, more brown, And then we have a little bit of purple. So I want to go ahead and figure out how we can get some more colors in here. I guess we got the green of the leaves too. That's enough zoom in for now. I do want to go ahead and figure out how we can get some more colors and things like that in here. I think maybe even just bring in some cracked stone brick and some mossy stone brick. So I might mess with that after we get this before I put up the video. So you guys might see something different in the thumbnail if you look closely. But yeah, this guy's looking really awesome. You can see all the stuff we stacked up on there. Sorry, a bunch of loud cars going right now. But you can see all this stuff ready to go. It's being picked up, ready to place inside of this guy. We got all this cool stuff here. You can actually use that to get up to the top. I do want to go ahead and get some more storage, things like this in here. I'll probably do that myself in between episodes, something like that. I don't know. Quick question before we get into the comment question of the day. If I were to do the interiors off cam and kind of start out an episode showing the previous build and showing off the interior that I came up with, is that something you guys are interested in? I might try that and finish off the interior for this guy just so we can have something to look at there and show you guys what's going on there. So you guys will have to let me know on that one. I'm curious to hear what you guys got to say on that. But yeah, anyways, it's time for us to get into the comment question of the day. We got another one here from M13. He is asking, are you going to make one episode for every building? Also, the city will be big according to your plan. So what are you going to do about making videos about the city, or with making videos about the city? So current plan, how we've been going is we did a few episodes building up the dock area here. We did 2 episodes on the ship. We did 1 episode there. That guy built myself. 1 episode, 1 episode, 1 episode. Overall, I like the idea of doing 1 building per episode, but I know that'll probably get boring. I know that would get very, very boring, and we would hit 1,000 episodes at least before we finish off this whole big place up here. That is all stuff we gotta do. Right now, my plan is kind of just go for it and do buildings as I come up with them and kind of add them in here and there. As we're really starting out the town and as we're really defining what a lot of the shapes and things are going to be within this area, we'll probably be doing a lot of these on cam together because I'd love to bring you guys in for the process of how we start defining the city. But as soon as we start getting more of these areas built up and moving back into that direction and kind of getting all this stuff captured and finished up and all that, I think that's the point where I can start going ahead and doing a few of them on my own, because it'd be a little redundant like that, just filling in those areas. So we might move into more like time lapses, for example. So once we have replay mod back in here, doing that cool stuff, I'd love to start getting some time lapses in here of kind of building up a bunch of structures together. Obviously, that stuff would be super fast. We could get like 2 or 3 structures in an episode. Maybe we build one and then we build one that looks similar to it a little bit farther down or another area of the city. Time lapse that one out. I don't know. That's my general plan right now. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you guys want to be brought along for the entire journey of building everything up here, let me know down in the comments below. Or if you guys have another idea for a style you'd like to see and how these videos are being produced and going out live to you guys and all that stuff and what's included in them, what's not included, let me know that as well, because I mean, if you guys want to go see me mining the 100,000 stone it's going to take to build this city, we could include that too. But I figured probably not too many of you guys would want to be seeing that stuff because that get a little boring after a while. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching today's episode. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you're new, and I will catch you on the flip side.